Let me start off by saying that I love this show. I mean, I really, really love it. It is a very entertaining show, and the earlier seasons were a very good watch. There are some great action sequences, the acting is not bad, and above all, it's entertaining. I only have a problem with TV shows or movies if there are major plot holes that aren't explained, I feel like the writing is lazy, or above all, it is not entertaining. Stranger Things is an entertaining show. But there are two words that I would use to describe their latest season: underwhelming and rushed. The Duffer Brothers left us all with a ton of questions, and not the good kind. Let me explain why, starting with the plot armor in this show is starting to get a bit far-fetched. There are so many parts that I could talk about, but I narrowed it down to the few that pissed me off the most. Let us begin with the Demogorgons. You mean to tell me that all it takes is 3 Demogorgons to take out an entire military outpost filled with fully grown, highly trained military men with weapons, and they make easy work of it? But the moment one of these monsters step up to a normal civilian, sometimes even a child, Mike, Lucas, Nancy, Steve, Jonathan, they always manage to beat their ass. Especially Walk 'em Down Wheeler. Walk 'em down, walk 'em down. First of all, how are you going to convince me that this broken wine bottle did any damage to this Demogorgon? Miss Wheeler gets downed and is basically on her deathbed, and then a day later she's up moving around? Like, the doctor straight up said that this woman cannot talk, cannot move, is about to die, and Miss Wheeler's just like that.
You're out of your goddamn mind!
But anyways, she gets up and manages to kill 3 Demodogs with a canister and a laundry machine. Also, are we going to talk about how these Demodogs didn't hear Kate Bush playing for about 5 minutes? But they're able to hear the laundry machine. The way that Lucas and Max got to this basement also should have never happened. In season 2, a Demodog managed to jump, tackle, and slaughter our beloved Bob Newby, a grown, heavier set male. And somehow Lucas, while carrying Max and a stereo system, managed to kick this thing like, "This is Sparta!" This should not have happened. Don't just kick the Demodog. This makes Bob's death so unnecessary. Because why couldn't Bob, a grown man, kick, punch, dodge?
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Another instance that pissed me off is Nancy and Jonathan. How did this substance around them freeze right before they died? Imagine for a second Nancy and Jonathan had that heart-to-heart as we are cutting back and forth between Steve and Dustin and Nancy and Jonathan as they finish talking and holding each other, smiling, happy that they are together, and then all of a sudden the substance overtakes them, and then Steve and Dustin bust in and there's an emotional scene, and we move the plot forward because Steve and Dustin now have to figure out how to get out of there while the building melts around them. The energy that was supposed to be melting everything is still there, so how did it stop melting? Nancy and Jonathan should be dead. Next up, let's talk about why are we sidelining all of our main characters for Holly Wheeler? She has been a side character that has not been relevant for the entire series thus far, and we are going to make her the main character of the last season? I understand that she is one of the 12 kids in the show, and this season is all about them, but why are there so many scenes of her trapped in Camazotz? Holly should have gone missing, and we should have focused on the main party, you know, the characters that we came here to see, that have been with us the whole show and not just a side character? Why aren't they trying to find her just like what happened with Will? If you were going to include Holly so much, at least make these scenes entertaining instead of clearly just using them to boringly move the plot forward. I mean, do we really need these 15 to 20 minute talk scenes between Holly and Max when when they are a few steps away from their bodies. This is the second chance that they have had to go home, and they are standing around like this is a podcast. When they finally do escape, Max and Lucas's reunion was very good and heartwarming, but that was it. The encounter that pissed me off the most was between her and 11.
You're here. You're really here. I'm here.
Hey, welcome home, kid.
Max straight up dies at the ending of season 4, and 11 literally somehow learns a new ability to restart her heart out of love for her friend.
Max, no, Max. Max, stay with me. Max, stay with me. No, Max, stay with me. Just look at me, Max, look.
You're here. You're really here.
And Max has been in a coma for 18 months. So why is your reaction when you find out that Max, your girl BFF, one of the only two girl BFFs in the entire show, is alive? Next up is... The Upside Down is not scary anymore. Back in the day, the Upside Down used to be a scary place, filled with all of this evil stuff. Demogorgons, Demodogs, Mind Flayer, Vecna, Demobats. What the hell happened to the Demobats? They were badass. I actually liked them. We are treating the Upside Down like it is the 7-Eleven down the street. Going in the Upside Down should feel threatening and scary. I mean, did we all forget that a bunch of their friends and family have died and or gone missing in this place? So why are we treating this like it is a trip to the grocery store? The Upside Down is easily accessible now. They go into it with no protection, no guns, no nothing, except for Hopper, because Hopper's a goat. It's like the rules stopped existing, and they were just like, oh, this doesn't bother us anymore, we're fine in here. I understand that they have been dealing with the Upside Down for a long time, so they may be numb to the idea of it, but that air should still be polluted and toxic, and we should at least still be cautious when we are entering it. Monsters should also be roaming around still. You can maybe say that the monsters are gone because the military wiped them out. Shut up. No, it's not. The Upside Down is massive. So is the Abyss. Why was it so easy to kill Vecna? I have so much beef with this. First of all, Derek, a small child versus Vecna. Who do you think would win in a tug of war? The man who is perfectly in sync with an intergalactic eldritch god and has telekinetic powers that can do things like this?
Where are they?
Or this? Or this?
Watch out!
Or a small, prepubescent boy who can do this,
Suck my fat one!
this,
Mom can suck a fat one.
and this.
You're not allowed to go in the woods. It's against the rules. According to who, Mr. Rogers? He can suck my fat one. Suck my fat one!
Who thought this would be a good idea? Why is it so easy for the kids to defeat Vecna?
All my fellas. All my fellas. All my fellas.
This fight was so underwhelming. I thought that the Mind Flayer actually making an appearance in the flesh was badass. I was hype as hell when that happened. But then, the way they put my man to shame was diabolical. Dustin and Steve straight up running under it and start stabbing it with these spears, while Walk 'em Down Wheeler does whatever the heck this is.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Like, Have you ever seen someone reload a weapon like that? What is she doing? The rest of the gang somehow scales this mountain in less than...
Ready? Go!
All my fellas. All my fellas. All my fellas.
It is just very rushed. And they made the Mind Flayer seem so weak when he is not. Bro is an intergalactic being. He should not be beat by this lineup. I get it, okay? Vecna was being ganged up on by everyone. And especially Eleven and Will were putting in that work. Since they were hurting the Mind Flayer, it was also making Vecna hurt as well. So, where were the Demogorgons? Or the Demodogs? Or the Demobats? The Abyss is supposed to be their home turf. Like, where they live. So where are they? They are nowhere to be seen. That would have made this fight so freaking epic. It would have been a big, epic battle. But instead, Vecna let them take their vacation time. I did think that Joyce killing Vecna was peak. I also thought that when she was killing him, and every character was having these flashbacks at what this fool had done to them and remembering why they were there to defeat him. That was pretty cool as well. Really did not think Derek was going to fit through that hole. Look, I have seen a lot of controversy about Eleven's death. Was it good? Was it bad? Did it suck? And what I have to say about it is...
it is of no concern.
Whether she actually died or she didn't die and Kali managed to pull off this shit doesn't matter to me. Both options would have been satisfying in my opinion. I do believe that the Duffer Brothers should have just stuck with one, but I'm also not mad at the twist ending. The Duffer Brothers just wanted to leave room open for a spin-off show or something, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. I loved Stranger Things, so if there's a spin-off show, I'm probably gonna watch it with everybody else. Now, let's move on to some... Did they ever do anything about Derek's knocked out family? I mean, they knock them all out and then never talk about him again. What did they do? Leave them in the barn? What happened to them? Will telling characters that don't really care about him that he's gay? We already knew that Will was gay in season 2. I think this scene would have been much better if Will had told characters to actually know him and have a relationship with him. I'm not hating on this scene at all. I think it was a good inclusion. However, if we are in such a time crunch and Vecna is about to end the world, do we really think this is a good time to do this? Like, can we do this another time is all I'm trying to say. Also, look at how many people are in this shot. I mean, these people don't even know who Will is, and season 5 is the first season that Will and Steve talk to each other at all. Why do Miss Wheeler, Max, and Mr. Clark ignore the fact that Hopper is supposed to be dead? Let me cook. At the end of season 3, everyone thinks that Jim Hopper is dead. This is public knowledge. He comes back to life at the end of season 4, but the only people that know about this are the ones that are in the main party. Max is in a coma at the time. Mr. Clark and Miss Wheeler still don't know anything about the Upside Down or Russia. So why would they know that Hopper is alive? What about the military? A lot of the party is responsible for killing a lot of military members. And they don't care. I really appreciate Stranger Things. It was a 10-year show, and it was a great show. And overall, this season was the most visually stunning season of the entire series. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed watching this entire show. It is really sad to see it end. And the ending, whenever Mike looks back and all of them put their binders away and he looks back and he's watching Holly and her friends play D&D, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty sad. It was pretty sad. I just wish that it had cleared up some plot holes and we had a more finite ending with a lot less questions. I mean, there are more of these plot holes, but the ones that I talked about in this video are the main ones that piss me off. Anyways, I've been talking for a while. I will see you guys later. I'm sorry that this video is pretty long. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't have a good day today, tomorrow is another one. Alright, I love you all. Happy New Year.